Hi guys, I wasn't planning on filming this, but in the end I thought it could be interesting. I'm trying to revive this Alcatel mobile phone. It's a pretty new generation, but weirdly it's not working. My wife found it at her workplace in a drawer. Who left it there? How long it has been sitting? Is it working? Is it not working? I have no clue. But I'm going to try and do something with it. I tried to charge it, it doesn't accept the charge, so I decided to check the battery. As you can see, it is badly swollen, so most likely it is dead. At this point, let me try with my multimeter and show you. Let me see if you are able to see the voltage. Negative, positive. We don't have any voltage on this battery. I tried to wake it by giving it from this old it's basically, let me show it to you. It's a Nokia charger, old one, with the end cut off because the end was badly damaged, so it wasn't usable anymore. I tried to give this battery a jump start. I have another video that shows exactly how to do that. Let me just show you. This outputs a lot of voltage. It's just what we need. For a few seconds that should wake the sleeping battery. This is the positive. Let me turn it around. So now this is the positive and the other is the negative. Let me drop the leads, and I tried like this. I waited a few seconds, tens of seconds, checked the battery so it does not overheat, but basically nothing happened. So this battery is 100% dead, and being swollen this bad, I would not use it even if it would wake up. At this point, let me show you this other battery. It's an old Nokia battery. I have it laying around, but it seems to be suffering from the same issue. At least it is sleeping. It's not swollen, but it's sleeping because you can see no voltage. Again, I'm going to try and wake this one up. Maybe we have more luck. This is the positive, keep in mind, sorry. Make sure it does not heat up, because this could burst into flames if you put voltage the wrong way around, or if you let it stay with voltage for too long. Ideally you want to do this at about 5 volts, but this charger outputs a little bit more when it doesn't have a load on it. But after I touch the battery, it should drop to something like 5 volts. So let me try now. Maybe this is not wakeable anymore, who knows. Okay, we've woken up this battery. You can see we have voltage now. It's not what it should be, but it is enough for a mobile phone to recognize it and power on with it. I'm going to unplug the charger. It's out now, so I don't make a short. And the weird thing is, as you can see, positive at that end and negative the third one, they are pretty similar. So I'm going to try and use double-sided tape to stick this battery inside this phone. Now this battery doesn't have the fourth connection. It could be just a secondary voltage just for checking. It could be for temperature, but I think the one in the middle is temperature. Or it could be NFC, but I don't think this has NFC. But who knows, maybe it does have NFC. So it could be anything, but hopefully it will not need it. So I will stop the video for a moment, search for some double-sided tape and stick this battery inside the phone and see what happens. Okay, almost ready to do this. I'm going to test the voltage one more time before putting the battery in, because it could have dropped again. Yeah, this is not a good way of measuring because it's clearly moving, and now my hand is in the way. No, we still have voltage, so it should basically work. The double-sided tape is really strong, it's professional grade, so that will not be an issue. And let me just, I'm not sure if you will be able to see it. Sorry, I'm going to bring it closer to my eyes. I don't want to mess things up, as it's quite important to have a perfect contact here. Okay, and the battery is in. If this starts charging, I will put a spacer here and a spacer here, so the battery is completely locked in place. So if someone drops this phone, it doesn't have a chance to move anywhere and short circuit or something like that, because that would be pretty bad. But I want to make sure it cannot do that. So at this point, yeah, let me try and charge the phone. Let's see. I have a USB plug. I honestly do not know if the phone works or not, so maybe I'm trying to revive a completely dead cell phone. Maybe with even more dead battery. I have no clue. Of course, when a battery is really discharged, the phone will not start right up. At first it will basically not really do anything. Sometime later it will display the charging on the screen. So I will leave it for a few minutes. Of course I will check on it every single second, because if this heats up or something else happens, I am going to throw it the hell out of the window. So yeah, be back in a moment. Let me just show you. The battery is charging. This is the voltage from the terminals. So it is above what we had before, and maybe if we wait enough it will go up even more. Yeah, it just jumped. Maybe you saw that in the corner of the screen. It's not a really good position, so I'm quite sorry for that. But the voltage is increasing. The battery did not heat up, so everything is fine. But yeah, it is still not powering on. But I think the okay, yeah, the voltage was probably too low, but you just saw that. I think the voltage just dropped below again, so we should leave it like this for a little bit more time. So I will be back when it's able to power on. Well, this didn't work. It seems it is not charging. Probably the original battery was giving some sort of signal to the phone, or the charging of the phone is somewhat damaged, or this battery is damaged. Too many unknowns, because this battery wasn't used for quite a few years. So although it was perfectly put in place, it seems it is not working. So at this point I'm going to try with another Samsung battery. just to see if the phone itself is working, so I will buy a correct new battery for it. But yeah, I will take this out and be back with the Samsung battery in a moment. It is on. The Samsung battery didn't work. The contacts were not aligning properly, and they were pretty small. So a Nokia battery, a good one, comes to help again. So it seems it is working with a Nokia battery, but let me just try and see if it does charge this one. So that would mean that the other battery is gone. As you can see, it seems to be charging this one. So yeah, the problem was not the phone or what I did, because it's the same now. It was this battery. But I'm going to try something different and put this battery in the phone that has this battery in and try to charge it there. Maybe it just needs being charged in a Nokia phone to get back to its normal working order. Maybe I revived it, but it's still too low to accept a charge. I have no clue. I'm going to leave this to charge just a little bit to see actually what happens, if it gets hot, anything, so I understand the things taking place here. But for the moment this seems to be working without any issues. So we will continue in a moment. I left the phone to charge for almost an hour, but from what you can see here, it doesn't seem to be charging. It's exactly as it was before, and the sensors in my fingers tell me that this battery is not getting a charge, and the charger is also cold to the touch. But I don't think the charging is damaged, just the phone cannot communicate properly with this battery, because lithium batteries also have electronics in them. They are not just simple batteries like nickel batteries. So probably they cannot communicate and it will simply not charge. But this provided me with the option to test if this phone is actually working. So now I know that if I buy a battery for it, I have a good phone. Otherwise I would have been really reluctant on buying a battery, because I basically had no idea. It was a phone found in a drawer, left by somebody at a point in time in the office. So now this is working, and of course the person did not wipe all the information in this phone, so we basically found out who it was that had this phone, and we will contact that person to see where is this phone from, and maybe they want it back. They forgot about it, although I have no idea how you can forget about the phone. But yeah, anyway, because they didn't wipe the info, I managed to power it on. We know who it is. We will contact and see what will happen to this phone. Maybe they didn't want it, it wasn't theirs, it was an office phone that isn't even on papers anymore. I have no clue what's the story about this, but it's clearly working, and a battery will be bought for it, because for sure somebody will use it in the end. Who? That remains to be seen. Okay, I thought the video was ended. It seems not. Found out the story about this phone. It was left to be thrown away because it was not working anymore. The person that left it doesn't want it anymore, so yeah. I bought a battery from eBay, from Italy. I found one. It's original new, but it came in this bulk condition. It's a little bit worn. They said in the listing that they have lots of them stocked, so this is why they look like this. When I received it, I put on it this so it doesn't make contact with something metal in my pocket until I brought it home. So I'm going to remove it if I can. I think it's stuck incredibly well. It's really annoying when stuff sticks way better than you expect it to do. Okay, let me make sure I don't leave any glue residue. And yeah, plug it into the phone. Where do you open this? And see what it does. Because as you can already tell, this phone is fully functioning, and actually only the battery was bad, nothing else. I have no idea if this has any charge left. It probably doesn't. So I'm going to get a charger and leave it a few minutes to charge and see if it comes back to life. As you can see, the phone is charging perfectly. Although this battery was made about 3 years ago, it still had a charge, not enough to power the phone on, of course, but it was not dormant, sleeping. The phone started charging it pretty easy. In, I don't know, half an hour it already has pretty decent battery charge. And yeah, it is working 100%. So if you ever see your batteries starting to bulge, to get fat, yeah, replace them and your phone will work again. Because that really means the battery is dying, the chemistry inside is all wrong, and yeah, that's a big problem. So this has been it for this video. This phone is 100% working and in pretty decent shape. I will just clean it a little bit, but not a lot. And yeah, it just needed a new battery. So what can I say? Thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed. Check out my other videos, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.